Hi to all, this is Mekshan Vaganam from English Northern Vanni. Today we are going to learn about notice writing for G.C.E Ordinary Level. This is tested under text number 6 for 5 marks with an allocation of 2 marks for content and 3 marks for language. When we are attempting these questions, we should have 3 different views. Whatever the exam we are attending, we should have 3 different views. Number 1, the examiner's view, that is reflected in the question or the requirement. Number 2, the candidate's view, that is your view, the person who is writing the answer. Number 3, the marker's view, that depends on the marking scheme. The marker's view is reflected based on the marking scheme. Now let's get into the 2019 question, test number 6. So as it is a question, it reflects the examiner's view. So you are the secretary of the English Literary Association of your school. The person who is writing the notice is secretary of the English Literary Association of your school. And you have organized a singing competition. Based on the question, there is no name for the singing competition is mentioned. Write a notice inviting all the students of grade 9 to watch the event. So we are requested to write a notice to inviting all the grade 9 students. So the purpose, the examiner's point of view, the examiner's expectation is inviting all the grade 9 students to watch this event. And also he expects us to include the date, time and place of the competition. Now we are getting into the candidate's view, the person who is writing the answer. So the event organizers, English Literary Association of English Northern Vanni has organized a singing competition in English. For example, if you are a student of Colombo Royal College, then you will write as the English Literary Association of Colombo Royal College has organized a singing competition in English. This will be held based on the requirement. They requested us for the venue. Here the venue is the main hall, place where the event is going to held, then date and time. I do also mention that S.P. Balasubramaniam will be the judge because it is a singing competition and there should be a judge. I mention the name of the judge because it might attract more number of audience to our event. All the grade 9 students, that is the core expectation of the examiner, so I do take care of that. All the grade 9 students I invite. Then signature to make sure that secretary is the one who is writing the notice. So signature is also a mandatory thing to make sure that you are the one who is writing the notice. Then English Literary Association, English Northern Vanni. This is the date in which notice was written. The date we write the notice. This is the candidate's view. So we are done with the second view. Now we are moving into the third view, the marker's view. This depends on the marking scheme. So let's discuss the marking scheme first. As I told you earlier, they provide 2 marks for content. This 2 marks is provided only all the points are included. So based on the questions, they are expecting us for the date, time and venue of the event, who the judge is, who are the event organizers, those kind of things. Here I show it with the red color. Who are the event organizer, English Literary Association, then the venue, main hall, date, time, those kind of things. I do also mention the judge, S.P. Balasubramaniam, then the whom are we inviting. Also secretary, English Literary Association, the event organizers, date in which notice was written. So these kind of things are expected under the content. Based on the examiner's point of view, whether you are including all the content expected by the examiner. That is what is being checked by the marker under the content area for 2 marks. Another area which provides us 3 marks is language. So under the language, if you have to score 3 marks, you should consider no errors in your answer, almost no errors. Well-connected sentence. You are not going to submit your answer with the simple sentences. You should make it complex with the help of conjunction clause, preposition or whatever. Then correct spelling and punctuation. In other words, mechanics of writing, comma, full stop, capitalization, here's even writing and name, the first letter, sign, capital. These kind of things should be considered under the language 3 marks. That is the marker's view. Let's move to 2017 test number 6 question. The English club in your school has organized a workshop on English for everyone. So here the event is workshop and there is a name for the event. In our previous question, there is no name, so we just mentioned as singing competition. Here, there is a name for the event, English for everyone. So when we are writing our answer, we are going to mention English for everyone as the heading. To be held in the main hall of the school. The venue is main hall of the school. Then we should also include our answer with the 40 to 50 number of words. Under that, we should talk about the purpose of the workshop. So here the examiner's view, the examiner's expectation is, he is expecting us to talk about the purpose of the workshop, date, time and venue, and the participants. See, when you are writing the answer, if you include all the points, you will score 2 marks. If you miss some points, you will get only 1 mark, and if you miss all the points, you are going to get 0. Another language, 3 marks, if almost no errors, well-connected sentence, correct spelling and punctuation that we discussed earlier. In case if you make some errors in spelling and punctuation, then you are going to get 2 marks. Only a few correct sentences, you will get only 1 mark, and if almost all your sentences are wrong, then you are going to get only 0. But the problem associated with this is, if you score content 0, then automatically your language marks will be 0. If you score 0 marks for language, then vice versa, your content will also be 0. That is the risk associated with this. Now let's look at the answer for 2017 question. We are making the heading as English for everyone because there is a name for the event, English for everyone. We are making that. The English Club of Yahoo in the college has organized a workshop for everyone. I do mention that. This will be held, so the date, time and venue. The purpose also I am talking here. The purpose, the reason. So here the purpose is to improve the G.C.E ordinary level English pass rate of our school. Then who the resource person is. Earlier, as it is a singing competition, we invited a judge. Here it is a English workshop, so we are inviting an English tutor as a resource person, the person who is going to conduct the lectures. And also I mentioned whom are we inviting. As we are going to improve the pass rate of our school, we are going to conduct this seminar for the grade 11 students. Thereafter, the date in which notice was written, the person who is writing the notice, secretary, and his sign in order to confirm that. English Club, Hockey Little College. This is the answer for 2017. Now let's compare the answers between 2017 and 2019. This will help the weaker students to write the notice, because if you have the capacity to make some changes with the answer pattern which I have provided, you will be able to write answer for any kind of notice. So here there is a change in the heading, a singing competition, English for everyone. A singing competition, English for everyone. Because in the previous question there is no name for the singing competition, so I am making singing competition as the heading. Here there is a name for the workshop, so I am making the name of the workshop as the heading. Then in the 2019 question, the English Literary Association has organized the event. Here in 2017 question, English Club of Hockey College has organized the workshop. There is no name for the workshop. Here we have the name English for everyone. Then date, time and venue are here, and the purpose of the workshop. But based on the 2019 question, there is no such requirement for the purpose, so we haven't talked about anything there. But here we are talking about the purpose of the workshop special. Thereafter, we are inviting a judge there to judge the competition. Here we are inviting a resource person to conduct the lectures for this English for everyone coaching camp, especially an English lecturer, English tutor. There, based on the question, it is mandatory for us to invite grade 9 students, but in 2017 question there is no such requirements mentioned, so we are just mentioning grade 11 students based on our view. These are the comparison between our O-level 2019 and 2017 answer. So students, if you can have the capacity to change the color area in our answers, you will be able to write any kind of notice. I also discuss detail with the changes in the answer. Number 1, singing competition. Number 2, workshop. So 2019 the heading is singing competition, 2017 English for everyone. As I discussed this earlier, and moving through these slides. Here the event organizer English Literary Association under 2017 question English Club. So English Literary Association 2019-2017 English Club. Then 2019 we are organizing a singing competition and there is no name for the singing competition. Here we are organizing a workshop and there is name for the workshop English for everyone. Here we are inviting all the grade 9 students, but it is not mentioned in the 2017 question. We are inviting all the grade 9 students. Here it is not mentioned, so we are inviting grade 11 students based on our view. 2019 there is no such requirement for the purpose of the workshop, but under 2017 we have. So we also mention the purpose of the workshop in 2017 answer. In 2019 the event is a competition, so we are inviting a judge. In 2017 the event is a workshop, so we are inviting a resource person. For more e-learning materials and classes, find us on Facebook and YouTube. I hope this video is useful. Watch it again and again. Find the changes between the 2019 and 2017 answer. If you are capable of making the changes, then you will be able to write the answer perfectly and score 5 marks in your G.C.E ordinary level English examination. You can also find more questions in the link provided under the description. Do subscribe. Thank you so much. For further questions, wait for us. Thank you.